So, another day in the villa. We got 3 new vaginas. Cashay still that bitch, and Cinco chose Trina. So we begin the episode where we left off last night with Cinco telling Trina, it's you, I choose you, and now the chaos kind of begins. So right away, Trina goes to Shannon and Kira, and she's like, boasting, like, he chose me, blah, blah, blah. And an earshot away is Cashay, and Cashay hears. I do understand where Cashay's frustration comes from. I do kind of feel like it's fucked up because literally right before you had a talk with Trina, Cinco, you and I literally just had a little moment where I told you I missed you all day. You told me you missed me. You're kissing on me. You kissed my hands. And like we kind of like embraced each other. The night before, we were hand in hand in bed, swallowing each other's faces off, touching each other's private parts. And now all of a sudden the next day it's something totally different. I feel like Cinco had his mind made up and he was dragging Cashay along. Like if you look at it now, he really was dragging Cashay along. And that's what I'm saying. It costs nothing to be honest. Nothing. Honesty is free. So Trina's hyped. She's over there talking and bragging to Kira and Shannon. And Shannon's like, oh, it sucks that you had to hide your happiness, blah, 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 blah. And I was just like, Shannon? Are you fucking kidding me? Shannon, a couple of days ago, you were having a whole fucking heart attack when Amy showed up and wanted to date Josh. And who talked you down? Cashay. Who told you you were a bad bitch? Cashay. Who told you you had nothing to worry about? Cashay. Who told you that you are fire and you're fine and you and Josh's connection is solid? It was Cashay. My. It's so crazy how, like, people soon forget. And Kira, you too? Okay, Kira. I got something for that ass. I honestly want to give, like, Amy an appreciation moment. Honestly, when Amy first, like, came to the house, I really thought she was going to be trouble. But she is the complete and total opposite. I am loving Amy's energy. I'm loving Amy's vibes. Do you remember what she said last night, you guys? At the girls' dinner? Well, the girls' day out? She said, even though the boys have drama, it's like, even though we're having drama with the boys, like, it's good that we're finding love within ourselves. Like, she is just like a shocker. She's a beautiful soul. I love how she was there for Cashay. And I'm honestly loving her. I feel like Amy is way too good for Jeremy, so we need to start focusing on Amy also, because Amy is like an onion. Like every episode just like peeling back more and more layers, and I'm loving her. All right, so of course Cashay is kind of avoiding Cinco, I guess, to talk, because I don't blame her. I would be annoyed too. Ironic part and the hypocritical part is Trina calling Cashay immature. How the fuck is Cashay immature? You were trying to kiss her man behind her back. You were pushing up on her man behind her back. You were like chasing Jeremy and doing all this crazy stuff and being mad at Amy. Like, I don't understand. Like, these girls are such hypocrites. I'm happy Trina and Cashay had that little moment. It was, to me, it was like bullshit. It was just her trying to like make it seem like, yeah, I had a talk with her to like, just to have a talk with her. Cashay saying that she feels like her experience is tainted, and I honestly don't feel that way. I just feel like, unfortunately this incident happened, but like, you're a bad bitch. Shit happens. It's just a lesson learned. And if anyone should feel like the other woman, it should be Trina, because you had him first. Honestly, this was like the first time I watched him go to sleep at night, and it was just so awkward not seeing Cashay and Cinco all over each other. I was just like, wow. Reality is setting in. Like, those two are really over, and damn. But I'm happy it happened as early as it did. because now my girl Cashay is free to do her. Cinco tried to talk to Cashay that same night. She wasn't with it. I'm not sure if he tried to talk to her in bed. I think they just showed them going straight to bed because he was already in bed. Yeah. So the next morning, my girl's trying to deadlift in peace, and you know, he bombards her with the convo. Listen, I'm not mad that he came with her with the convo, because I feel like, you know what, Cashay, this conversation is inevitable to happen. Let's just get it over with sooner than later. I'm happy she spoke her piece. I'm happy she said, like, I don't give a fuck what you do. I just wish you had respect for me. And what she's saying is true. Like, literally 10 minutes prior, we're all over each other saying we miss each other, and then you choose another bitch. You could have literally told me right then and there you're gonna choose her. It was just that simple. But you know what, that triangle is over. It's time to move on, and she can only go up from here. Cinco saying to Cashay, you know, I want to be friends. It's just kind of like, no, this is not Friendship Island. This is Cashay Island. Like, thank you for the apology, but no. It's like he's trying to throw salt in the wound. I didn't like, boy, just say your piece, apologize, and go. You've done enough damage. Just go. So we see Trina and Cinco's interactions by the daybed, and it was purely sexual. Cinco talking about, I'm gonna shower, can you join me? Trina's talking about, can I watch you? Like, when he stops living in lust, he's gonna see how uninteresting she is, and I really can't wait for that episode, because there's really nothing much that they give me. Like, Cashay and Cinco was more fun, was like a real fun, like, couple to watch. Trina and Cinco are just like sex. The three new girls, Lei-yen, Florita, Roxy, they're having a conversation. They're expressing the guys they're interested in, and then bam, they get a text. They each get to pick a guy to go on a date with. Lei-yen, of course, picks Cinco. Roxy picks new guy Isaiah. Florita picks Josh. I was kind of surprised. I really thought she was going to pick Korey, but then I was kind of like, well, she did express in the beginning that she was interested in Josh, but I'm like, as soon as she sees how blah convos with Josh is, she is going to quickly jump ship. Lei-yen said that, like, her, Cinco, Cashay, and Trina are in like a square. I'm not gonna lie, I was like, she's so funny. That square joke, I was like, that shit had me chuckling for a good second. Josh, Florita, she likes his tats, she likes his eyes, he likes her tats, he likes her energy. They're not gonna go anywhere, so I'm not even gonna waste energy analyzing their little date. It's not gonna go anywhere. Roxy and Isaiah, I was kind of like, oh, this might be a little something. He swallowed her face when their date was over, and I was like, okay. He swallows faces. Like, Isaiah's an aggressive kisser. Like, Lei-yen cheersing with Cinco, talking about new girl, new beginnings. And Cinco is lying to this girl, saying, like, she piqued his interest. Like, Cinco, like, no, just don't get her hopes high. Like, I feel like if Lei-yen started in the beginning, it will be more of a fair advantage. But for the simple fact that she was in the house at the same time that he chose Trina, I feel like there's really, like, no hope for her. She's a nice girl, but it's like a little too late. Korey and Giovanni's convo and back in the villa talking about nobody likes them. Yeah. I don't know what to say. Like, I agree. I agreed. Not for long though, Korey. Not for long. Well, for you anyway. Shannon and Trina's convo while their guys were away on dates. Like, Shannon, I understand why Shannon's happy and she feels solid in her connection with Josh, because Josh showed her some affection, some kisses, some hugs before he went on his date. But Trina, I don't understand why she's getting excited or hyped. You and Cinco literally became a couple like 10 handshakes ago. It's still the beginning. She's telling Cinco, oh, like, you can explore the relationship with lei-yen. Like, I'm growing. I'm not jealous. You can lie to yourself all you want, but you can't lie to America. Honestly, I kind of liked Josh and Shannon's combo that they had after Josh came back from his date. But what Josh does is something I just don't understand. He's like really weird. He tells Shannon, you know, nothing to worry about. But then he tells Florita, I have a strong foundation with Shannon, but I'm open to exploring. But then he comes back. Like, he's all over the place. Just be like straight up and honest. But I do feel like him and Florita are not going to work out. And I see Josh and Shannon, I don't know what they talk about. Maybe it's the editing. All they talk about is the same thing as our connection is strong. All right, it's nighttime, and yes, the girls are getting ready, and my girl Cashay looks at herself in the mirror. She says, I look phenomenal. Bitch, you always do. Somebody agreed with her, and she said, I don't need confirmation. That's why we love you, because you know you don't need confirmation, baby. Cashay. Cut Cashay the check, because she's literally carrying this season. Game night. The game night was kind of like musical chairs with the box. The box starts off big and it gets smaller and smaller and smaller, and it's just like full with like crazy dares. Shannon does a dare. I don't really care about Shannon's dare with Josh, tomato. But Florita's dare, she had to basically pick the most unsexiest part of the opposite sex body. Turn it on. Like, so she picks Korey. Yay, Korey! Korey's getting attention. Korey's getting attention. She kisses the fuck out of his shoulder. Awkward to watch. Weird, but Korey's getting attention. Korey's getting attention. And then Korey swallowed her face. Korey's getting attention. Korey's getting attention. The mic drop moment of the night. Cashay gets to pick anybody to kiss their face off by the LED lights. She picks Isaiah. But did you guys see Trina and Cinco's faces? They were like who's she gonna pick? I don't care. Trina looked kind of worried. Let me tell you why I respect Cashay. Because I feel like if it was any other girl and they would have gotten played by their guy, that girl would have still chosen that same guy. Hear me out. For example, when Jeremy was playing Trina and he was ignoring her all day, what did Trina say? She was like, oh, he's not talking to me, but he still looks cute though. She will still give him play. Just like Josh kissed Amy on that challenge. And what did Shannon do that night? She saved his ass from going home. Did you see how hype Isaiah was to like fucking get a kiss from her? He was literally dragging her and running back with her. I was like, Isaiah, calm down. Relax. Y'all gonna kiss. Relax. Bro. Isaiah went from saying Cashay's kiss needs some improvement to wow. To fucking wow. My boy picked my girl up. My boy put my girl on the couch. My boy caressed her. My boy did not want to leave. This is a connection that I did not know I needed until I seen it. Now we know that Isaiah likes Cashay's energy. Isaiah likes Cashay's lips. I'm just so here for this. It's so crazy how the universe works. Like, literally. We were all worried about Cashay, and when you're a good person, you bounce back like this. I'm so here for her and Isaiah. Like, it's crazy that he said that he was interested in her. I'm just like, so if you were interested in her, why didn't you say anything? Even if she was really coupled up with Cinco, I just get so mad because it's like, why don't people just communicate in there? Like, why wait? So now, Roxy, it was a pleasure meeting you. Thank you for your services. You can exit. Hope you enjoyed your stay, but Isaiah's taken. Bye. Bye, Roxy. Now I'm looking at Isaiah like, oh, you are kind of cute. You know, like I said before, like, sometimes you don't find someone attractive until, like, they're with someone else. Now I'm looking at Isaiah like, oh, he's not that bad looking. Like, he's easy on the eyes. Him and Cashay together, they would do some real fucking damage. Woo! Cashay said she does not want to be in another throuple situation. So let's just hope that not throuple. It's gonna be kind of a square because Roxy thinks she's a part of this equation. She's not. I already escorted her off the island, but whatever. But I hope it's not a thing where it becomes Amy, Cashay going against each other for Isaiah. I'm really hoping not. I really don't see that happening, but Cashay will come out on top. Florita and Korey both have the same energy towards each other, and I'm so happy. So we got Korey checked off the list. Now our main focus is Cashay and Amy. Once both those girls are taken care of, I can be at ease. I just want the best for Amy. I want the best for Cashay. I'm rooting for them. At this point, I don't care if Cashay couples up with Matthew Hoffman. I just need my girl to make it to the end. And another episode where Olivia got no camera time. All right, you guys. I just want to take time out and just thank every single one of you guys that subscribe to my channel, that left positive comments. Like, this is something totally new for me. I was super scared to do it. I'm like really raw. I'm so unfiltered. I'm like an alpha female. So doing something like this is kind of hard because I have to filter myself. But like your comments literally is like helping me get my nerves away. And I promise I'm gonna get better with editing. I'm gonna get better with my thumbnails and being on time. This is something new for me, and I just want to thank you guys because you guys could be anywhere in the world. You guys could be watching anything in the world, but you're watching like little old me. I'm like a regular ass broad. You're watching me. You're taking your time out. You're leaving comments. I just want to say thank you, and I promise you're gonna love it here. So you know what? I'll see you guys in like what? I'll see you guys in like 28, 30 hours. Bye. Good night. Oh, I can't get up.